The No Fate channel checking in, and on this episode of Dad's Diet, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how to cook healthy burgers. My son recently celebrated his 4th birthday, which meant this dad was on the grill the entire day. I must have cooked over 50 hamburgers. Now, in those situations, you go to the grocery store, you get whatever's on sale, you throw it on the grill, and Bob's your uncle. Hi, Uncle Bob. But when you're cooking for your family, you want to cook the healthiest burgers possible. And I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to do that. Tip number 1 is to get quality meat. You typically want to look for 93.7, whether that's ground beef, chicken, or turkey. Now, 93.7 means it's 93% protein, 7% fat. The difference between 93.7 and your typical 80-20 is almost 3 times the fat. I'm going to throw up a chart somewhere around here that's going to show you on 4 ounces of meat, the differential can be huge, and that's all fat, and that's all extra fat calories. And while I'm not necessarily against fat, if you're not on a ketogenic diet, you probably want to avoid excess fat. People often avoid quality meats because they associate the reduced fat with an exorbitant cost. The truth is the difference between 93.7 and 80-20 is often about 50 cents per pound, and you can save even more money if you do target ground turkey or ground chicken. Tip number 2 is to make your own burgers. I know it's a lot easier to buy the pre-made stuff and throw it on the grill, but when you are at the grocery store and you're looking for ground meats, it's a much better selection than the pre-made stuff, and that kind of goes back to tip number 1. And by making your own burgers, you're able to be much more selective with the meats that you choose to make them out of. Also, you can make your burgers bigger than the pre-made stuff. Now, I like to make a half-pound burger, about half a pound, before I cook it. The reason is when you make a thicker burger, you're able to seal in a lot more of that moisture during the grilling process. Also, if you have larger burgers, you don't have to eat as many of them. And if you're not eating as many burgers, you're avoiding a lot of the carbohydrates that are associated with the bun. Lastly, when you make your own burgers, you're able to add in your own seasoning. So you can add a lot more flavors and a lot better seasonings to the meat before you even make them. So that seals in that flavor ahead of time on the patties. Most people think of low-fat burgers as having no flavor, as being like a hockey puck, because obviously when we think of a really juicy burger, that flavor comes from all the saturated fat from a low-quality meat. But if you make the patties larger, like a half a pound as I suggested, and you add in your seasonings during the patty building process, that's going to add a ton of flavor and keep in a lot of the moisture. Now that brings us to step 3, another way to add flavor to your burgers and still keep them healthy for you and your family, and that has to do with toppings. So when you pull those burgers off the grill, don't just slap them on a bun and feed them to your family. You want to have tons of healthy, delicious toppings. I'm talking about onions, peppers, pickles, pineapple, tomato, even salsa. All of these are going to be super healthy for you and your family, and they're going to add a ton of flavor. I want to know in the comments below what type of beef, what quality of meat are you buying for your family? Let me know in the comments below and tell me why you buy that type of beef. Is it price? Is it texture? Is it taste? Is it just what's convenient? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you've come this far in the video, you certainly know what to do. Give it a big like, give it that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. As the father of a 4-year-old with another one due literally any day, I am dedicated to helping other dads who want to be a great father to their children and still accomplish their own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to save you time and energy, two things that are in short supply for every dad out there. I'll also be taking you inside this dad's tricks, travels, and tribulations. I post new videos every Sunday night, so hit that subscribe button and join this community of dads helping dads. Thanks for watching, and as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.